Hope everybody's having a great day today. Back off vacation, back in the normal No Shoes Bar and Grill. Out here on the patio, it's a little steamy, but it is a great day for a sip and a smoke, which is exactly what I'm going to do. I have a really good pairing for you today. Um, Two solid contenders, if you know what I mean. Um, they are well known, obviously. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. Today, this pairing is about elegance meeting depth. We're talking about French oak finished wheated bourbon, known for its smooth spice, and layering it against one of the most respected Cameroon-wrapped cigars ever made. This is a refinement pairing, subtle complexity, not brute force, and it evolves beautifully from start to finish. I am pairing Maker's Mark 46 French oaked, and I am pairing that with a Arturo Fuente Don Carlos. I love the Don Carlos. That may actually be my favorite cigar now. If it's not, it's right up there. So the Spirit Maker's Mark 46 French oaked. It's 94 proof. Um, it is French oak finished. They put French oak staves, pieces of wood, in the barrel. Nice little healthy pour today. I'm back. So, and I only gained 1.5 pounds on vacation. That's awesome. Considering all the things I ate and drank while I was there, I am extremely surprised. The mash bill on the Maker's Mark 46 is a majority corn with a soft red winter wheat instead of rye. So there's really not going to be a lot of spiciness to it. And then they top it off with some malted barley. Now, the mash bill impact here is that wheat creates a softer, sweeter, kind of creamier profile with a lot less spice than rye, allowing the oak finishing and the cigar nuances to shine rather than to compete one with one another. And as I mentioned, the way they finish this is they take 10 seared French oak staves, pieces of wood. They put that in the barrel for aging, and that adds a layered depth of baking spice and some really structured oak complexity that I think you will really love. Now, in the glass, as with all the Maker's Marks, it is just a beautiful, beautiful copper kind of amber color. It is one of the I think it's one of the fantastic spirits as far as in the glass. It's got really nice legs to it on the nose. Oh yeah. Mm, I'm going for about 4 or 5 more times of this. You get toasted oak, uh, caramel, vanilla, some baking spices, and a nice subtle sweetness in there on the palate. That really nice classic Maker's Mark with the rich caramel and the vanilla cream, some baking spices layered with a nice, gentle kind of oaky influence. Um, I have a little trouble with the DB here. Sorry. Anyway, the finish. Now I messed up. I'm gonna have to try again. The finish is long and smooth, slightly drying with this lingering spice and a wonderful kind of sweet oak. Um, in my opinion, Maker's Mark is really one of the best bourbons on the market, even though it's not one that's been around the longest or has the biggest name or all that. Just as far as personal taste, I love Maker's Mark. I've got the regular entry level makers. I've got the 46, and I've got cask strength as well, and I like them all. I really do. Now, the Arturo Fuente Don Carlos. I forgot to turn up my volume over here. Yep, make sure I could hear myself. over on X. So if I know I can hear myself on X, I can hear myself on Rumble and YouTube. Everything's good. The world is right. Uh, this, as I said earlier, is one of, if not my favorite, it is right there in the top two or three. Uh, the uh, the filler is Dominican aged tobacco up to 10 years. The binder is also Dominican, and then they cloak it in a beautiful, beautiful African Cameroon wrapper. Um, as with all Arturo Fuentes, just flawless construction. It's that classic Fuente consistency. I'm expecting a very even burn and with an excellent draw and a nice refined smoke output. The wrapper is a little rough to the touch. Um, it has actually some fairly significant veining on it. Sure, you can probably see the various veins sticking out around it. Um, but tight yet visible seams. And for these torpedoes like this, it is very hard to tell. I think that looks like a double cap. So on the nose, you get some wonderful notes of cedar and some nice sweet spice, some very nice hay notes floating through there with some light cocoa. Now, let's give it a cut, test out the cold draw. I'll use my cigar V cutter. Yes, you can V cut a one that is shaped like the torpedo. Uh, it's my preferred cut. So I think most people probably would cut it guillotine, but I like the V cut. Personal preference. So, all right, cold draw. 7 minutes in, we're doing good. I get like a twinge of cedar right on the tip of my tongue as soon as I took that first cold draw. But then it's kind of overtaken with dried fruit and a kind of a touch of a natural kind of sweetness, not like a refined sugar or anything like that. Nice, easy draw. Let's go ahead and get this thing fired up. I'm doing my best. Keep us under 20 minutes. Using my Rocky Patel 5-torch Envoy. As you could tell, copious amounts of smoke coming off of that stick. It's very cedar forward with some nice toasted nuts, not any particular kind of nut. Um, there's a mild cocoa uh, signature to it, and also that wonderful Cameroon sweetness. Really a great cigar. It really is. Hmm. Man, I actually wish I'd taken some of these on vacation with me. All right, let's try them together. And before I tell you how this is going together, please go ahead and smash that like button, follow, subscribe, all those things. Got some people on here waving at you, and glad you're here. Uh, yeah, make sure that you let them all know that you like us. You like what I'm doing here. Uh, and if you go over to X and if you subscribe to me on X for $1 a month, you get my pre-pairing show notes. Um, I sent my show notes out for this show a few days ago. Yeah, I try to have things worked up in advance ready to go. So I can just load it up, not scrambling at the last minute. I actually have an inventory of all my cigars and all my spirits, and I go through and match them up. And sometimes I'll have things, like I did a Southern draw, or I had like 5 different Southern draws, and I did one every week. Well, I already knew before I started what I was going to do what week. I think there may have been some things that I like got a hold of that I wanted to go ahead and get it done right then, and I'd have to, move the other episodes back a week or whatever. But yeah, I always try to have things in the pipeline working, because I mean, this is a big professional operation. All right, try them together. I didn't get that done. The maker's mark immediately kind of enhances that cigar's sweetness. The vanilla and the caramel kind of amplify that Cameroon wrapper's kind of natural sugar. It creates a really nice, smooth and creamy opening. Um, and and the cigar helps support the sweetness and the oaky influence in the bourbon. They go really well together. They do. Now the smoke's not hanging in the glass today. I got the ceiling fan on high out here because it's going to be 98 today. As soon as I'm done here, we're going in the pool. Howdy. Glad you joined. Glad you joined. What I like to see. Let's go ahead and recap this. We're at 12 and a half minutes. We're gonna make it under 20. I guarantee you. Pairing pairing Maker's Mark number 46, French oaked, Oaked. I knew what I was trying to say. With an Arturo Fuente Don Carlos. Um, for those that are not familiar with the Maker's Mark 46, it is a French oak finished wheated bourbon with a 94 proof. The mash bill is more than 51% corn, and then soft red winter wheat. That's just a lot to say. In place of rye, and then the remainder is malted barley. Um, the uh, the wheat creates kind of a softer, a little bit sweeter profile, and adds a little creaminess. There's a lot less spice than with rye, and that allows that oak finishing and the cigar's nuances to really kind of shine together rather than compete against one another. The way they do it is they put 10 seared French oak staves into the barrels, which adds a kind of a layered depth and some baking spice and some structured oak complexity. Our On our nose, we got toasted oak and caramel and vanilla and baking spice and a little bit of a subtle sweetness. The palate followed right along with some rich caramel and vanilla cream and baking spices layered against a little kind of a gentle oak influence. Really nice, long, smooth finish that was slightly drying with a lingering spice and some sweet oak. Mm. The Arturo Fuente Don Carlos is it's aged 10 year up to 10 year Dominican fillers, a Dominican binder, and an African Cameroon wrapper, which is a wonderful wrapper. Uh, Now, don't misunderstand. My favorite leaf is still San Andres, but this is a really good leaf. Mm. Um, on the nose, we got cedar and kind of a sweet spice, some hay, and a little bit of light cocoa in there. The cold draw, we got dried fruits and cedar and kind of a little bit of a natural sweetness. And then once we fired the stick up, it was very cedar forward with some toasted nuts and mild cocoa and a little bit of that, signature Cameroon sweetness. And the uh, the makers just immediately enhance the cigar sweetness with its vanilla and caramel, to amplify that Cameroon wrapper's kind of natural sweetness, creating this kind of, smooth and creamy opening. But then the cigar has enough structure and strength to help shore up the bourbon. I think that's kind of how I put it. Something like that. All right, we're at 15. I keep them under 20. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you how the rest of this goes. Hmm. Um, as you get more towards the midway point, um, you will find that the flavor will deepen into roasted nuts and baking spice, and introduce a little bit of light espresso along with some soft leather. the uh, the French oak influence begins to really kind of shine here. Um, the baking spice from the bourbon really kind of mirrors the cigar spice, creating this really nice, seamless, layered profile rather than a contrast. And then as you get towards the end of the cigar, you're going to get earthiness, oak, a little bit of a refined bitterness, not a bad bitterness, and then that lingering cedar and spice. Together, the bourbon smooths the cigar's kind of sharper edges, rounding that bitterness out just a little bit while maintaining its structure, and delivers a really balanced and elegant finish. It's a great party. Now, the Cameroon wrapper delivers a delicate sweetness and spice, and that really kind of perfectly complements the maker's 46 weeded softness with that kind of French oak layering in there. Overall, this is a finesse pairing. It's balanced, it's nuanced, it's highly refined. Instead of contrast, it leans more into harmonization and layering, making it ideal just for a slower, more intentional kind of session. Uh, and I mean, you puffing on a Don Carlos and drinking you some nice Maker's 46, you look rather sophisticated and like you are harmonizing in an intentional session. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you. Please hit like, subscribe, share, notify, ring all the bells, blow all the whistles. And if you subscribe over on X for $1 a month, you get my show notes a couple of days in advance. So you already know, like, you could have gone and gotten you a Don Carlos, and you could have got, I had to go and get a new bottle of 46 because I love this so much. So I had to run out this morning and grab a new bottle, because mine I emptied before I went on vacation when I was test smoking this pairing. So, and then I went on vacation and forgot. I came back with a bottle of Gentleman Jack that I didn't open while I was down there. Now, I bought it, but I didn't open it, and so I just brought it back. I didn't leave it. Anyway, my I forgot my. I didn't really kind of like finish it off. Overall, all right, I give the Makers 46 an 8.9 out of 10. I give the Don Carlos a 9.3 out of 10. I really love this. I really love this cigar. Together, I give them a 9.1. This is right on up there in the. I don't even know. I don't think I've had a 9.5 or higher. Maybe a 9.5, but I don't think I've had higher. Anyway, so uh, I think I may be reiterating myself, but this is it's kind of a polished, elegant pairing that's really going to reward you paying attention. It's just perfect for when you want complexity without an intensity overload. It's very smooth and elegant. Definitely is. Till we get to be together again, keep your sticks dry, your stones cold. Have a great day.